Hi, my name is David Mark Wyant. I'm at Addison Airport at my hangar. I've been flying for 43 years. I've been based at Addison nearly all of that time. When I was a kid looking for something to do because I couldn't play football, I was too small, I happened upon a book called Anyone Can Fly by Jules Bergman. And in the book was a story of a gentleman in the late 50s learning to fly a Piper Tri-Pacer. So I naturally kind of gravitated toward that. I decided I wanted to learn to fly when I was 14 years old. And I started coming out to this airport in 1974. I started learning to fly. I've actually washed dishes at the local restaurant to begin to get the money to learn to fly. Started in a Cessna 150, but I had my heart set on a Piper Tri-Pacer because of the relationship with the book that I had found. Once I located one, I was of course short of money, so I enlisted the help of dear old Dad to help me buy it. And my father and I actually found this Tri-Pacer about 20 yards down the taxiway here in 1976. We bought the airplane in '76 together, and I finished my private license in the airplane. I retired early in 2012 and determined that I wanted to find the airplane again. About a year ago, I found the airplane located in, of all places, Tyler, Texas, not very far from here, and went and saw it, decided I was going to buy it on the spot. I paid way too much money for it because the gentleman knew what it meant to me, and I brought it back here in horrible shape. It was almost scary to fly it back. The airplane had been flown in various locales, mainly in Texas and some in Florida, and had, in the interim time of 40 years, had lost all of its logbooks. The fabric was bad, the engine was run off, the interior was doggy, so I knew I couldn't handle any kind of restoration process on my own. So I enlisted the help of Darren with American Legend Aircraft over in Sulphur Springs to help me restore the airplane. And so I related to Darren the story that, you know, this airplane wasn't just a restoration, it was going to be more or less a dedication to my father. And so with that, we started the process. And the airplane was restored beautifully, as you can see. Every nut, bolt, cable, wire, all the interior, everything in it was done back to exactly the factory specs the day it left the factory in 1958. The fabrics in the interior were sourced from a 1958 automobile, which is what Piper did at that time. The engine was put in brand new. All the fabric was installed as it was from the factory with the dollar patches in the exact position. Everything was done extremely carefully to the standards of a new Piper aircraft. The reason I chose Darren with American Legend Aircraft were several reasons. The first reason, obviously, is because he already builds airplanes that are of the same nature as this. The Super Cubs and the Cub Legends, all of those airplanes are built with the same tube and fabric structures that these airplanes were built with new. So he had the craftsman there that knew how to do it exactly as Piper would know how to do it. That was one reason. I think the secondary reason was Darren understood my love of this airplane and what happened more than a typical rebuilder would understand. And I think to his great credit, he went to great extremes to make sure everything was original and as it should be, with right down to the paint colors, the paint styles, everything. So I guess in closing, all I have to say is I'm Mark Wyant and I am Legend.